You know, one of the things I'm really tired over is the fact that Harry Potter as a franchise is being completely abused and being used as some sort of, I guess, virtue signal for LGBTQ activist community, where they immediately tie anything and everything related to Harry Potter as some sort of like transphobic or bigoted or hateful thing, whatever the case may be. And these same people will also tell you how much of a fan they were of the IP, how they're still a fan now, but they just can't support it because of J.K. Rowling and she needs to be removed from Harry Potter, blah, 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 whatever the hell nonsense they want to kind of make up at the time. But I'm really sick of it. I'm really sick of Harry Potter being used as a virtue signal, as basically a punching bag for the LGBTQ activist community. Now, we have an article here from Bounding Into Comics talking about the MCM Comic Con in London. Now, the MCM Comic Con in London actually canceled Harry Potter and the Cursed Child stage play panel because of concerns from UK's LGBTQ charity Switchboard. Ladies, ladies and gentlemen, this is the problem that we're having. So let's get into the article, guys, from Bounding Into Comics. But of course, before we do, if you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button, man. I'm Shadowban as hell. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into the YouTube algorithm. It says the latest instance of what at this point has become an expected occurrence whenever the franchise runs around of such neoliberal activists, the upcoming MCM Comic Con in London has canceled a planned Harry Potter and the Cursed Child panel after local LGBTQ charity Switchboard voiced concerns about its potential impact on our community, particularly trans individuals. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, I already knew. Before I even read this article, I already knew they were going to tie this somehow, some way into trans people, right? Like they want to constantly use trans people to basically punch down Harry Potter. They want to keep Harry Potter away from people, and anybody who celebrates Harry Potter is immediately labeled some sort of a bigot, transphobe, whatever the case may be, because they support the IP. And again, they're using this IP as a punching bag. They're using this IP to do the most laziest form of activism you're ever gonna see. Again, online activism is extremely lazy and extremely easy. Now, the thing is, I will say online activism has a pretty far reach, which is why a lot of people do it, but it is truly the laziest form of activism that you can possibly do. Even more so on this particular side of the aisle, where they're trying to be fake offended about an IP that they grew up loving, but all of a sudden, because a real woman said that real women's spaces need to be protected, all of a sudden that's a big problem for these absolute idiots. So it says originally slated to take place on the second day of the UK-based event's October 27th to 29th schedule, the panel in question was set to see various members of the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child stage plays production team speak with audience members about their experiences in developing J.K. Rowling's original story for the theatrical stage. Wizzo began the panel's official program description. As revealed on September 13th, the word itself is a sort of a rallying cry for the Cursed Child's fan base. Join members of the theater's show creative team as they discuss what it was like to bring Harry Potter to the stage 19 years after the Battle of Hogwarts. Founded in 1974, Switchboard's primary function is providing LGBT-related information and support, such as basic sexual hygiene tips, advice from peers on how to understand one situation, and leads on how to connect with other public LGBT-friendly groups on the phone and through our email and instant messaging services to people across the UK. Why do you need I don't even know where to even begin. Why do you need a group to tell you basic sexual hygiene tips? I mean, you need an entire LGBT switchboard to teach you sexual hygiene tips? I just don't get it. I don't get how. I'm just gonna keep asking questions that I'm never gonna have answers for. That's what I realize. Like when you're dealing with these psychopaths, you're never gonna actually get the answers that you need, right? Like you have these burning questions and they're never gonna get answered ever. Like it's just impossible because these people actually don't know anything, it seems. If you need to be taught basic sexual hygiene tips, that's pretty bad. I mean, I understand if kids are doing it, which don't get me wrong, they're probably reaching after kids too. I understand teaching kids about that, like sex ed and everything like that. I get that. But if it's most likely adults in here too trying to be taught this stuff, I don't know, man. This shit is just crazy. It says seeking to show their support to the many LGBT individuals who would undoubtedly be attending MCM London, the charity had announced just 5 days earlier that they would be hosting MCM London Comic Con's first ever Pride Lounge. Come by to say hi to our incredible volunteers, pick up a free pronoun badge, and enjoy a quiet space away from the main convention to rest and reflect, declared Switchboard in the reveal of the lounge. How sensitive are LGBTQ people that they need their own safe spaces everywhere they go? You know what I mean? Like, imagine that. Imagine being so unbelievably sensitive that you actually need a safe space everywhere you go. Every convention, every event, you need a safe space. It's just, I don't even know where to begin with that. In light of the Cursed Child panel, which they opposed based on their disagreement with Rowling's belief that while transgender individuals exist, the biological realities of their existence must be acknowledged rather than ignored in order to look out for the well-being of both themselves and women, being publicly announced following their agreement to host the aforementioned Pride Lounge, Switchboard took to their public Twitter account on September 14th to inform their followers Switchboard was unaware until the post yesterday that this panel was taking place at this year's Comic-Con in London. We have since reached out to MCM to speak to them about this. Oh, amazing activism. We're going to reach out to this Comic-Con to make sure that there's a safe space for you guys. And clearly, people enjoying Harry Potter is not a safe space for you guys. It's like, wow. Roughly a week later, the UK Comic-Con would announce via the story function of their Facebook and Instagram accounts that following discussions between MCM Comic-Con and Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, a joint decision has been taken for the production not run the proposed panel on the 28th of October. The aim of the panel was to hear from the production team working behind the scenes. The event added, "Thank you for understanding." It's just so stupid. This is literally the most pointless thing in existence. I'm almost betting. I get this sneaking suspicion that this panel was probably never going to happen. This panel was fake happening, and then they knew they were going to cancel it to get free virtue signal points online. Because what do you think this is actually going to do? Do you think this protects LGBTQ people? Do you think that hiding stuff that exists in the world is going to protect people from it actually existing? That doesn't make any sense, right? Like, the whole idea of a safe space, this, that, none of that ever makes sense, because at the end of the day, you're going to eventually get caught in something that's not deemed a safe space, and then what are you going to do? You're never going to know what to do with yourself. You're just going to run with a tail in between your legs, being completely sensitive to everything. It says in their own statement regarding the panel's cancellation, Switchboard asserted, "When we agreed to host a Pride Lounge at this year's MCM London Comic-Con, we did so with the aim of connecting with their diverse fan community. However, at that time, we were unaware of their plans to feature any panels using the Harry Potter IP. Upon learning this, we felt compelled to express our concerns about the potential impact on our community, particularly trans grifters. We have since been in conversation with the event organizers at MCM London Comic-Con and are pleased to report that they have been receptive to our concerns," the charity explained. In response to these conversations and feedback from their fans, as well as their expressed commitment to fostering a safe and inclusive environment, the panel has been canceled. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. You clearly are going to come off stronger from this, because you are running from your problems. You are running from your problems every chance you get, and this is no different. It says Switchboard will continue with our plans to host a Pride Lounge at MCM London Comic-Con, the group concluded. Our Pride Lounge aims to serve as a sanctuary where members of the LGBTQIA+ community and allies can find a quiet space, connect with one another, and recharge during the event. Recharge during the event? Like, what are you recharging? I don't understand. A safe space, a quiet space? Like, come on, man. Why is it only gay people are allowed this? First of all, that's just completely stupid. And second of all, why do you need this? Why do you need this? I'm never going to know. I'm telling you, I'm never going to know the answer to this. But if you guys can give me some funny answers in the comments down below, I would absolutely love to read them. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.